big, huge, this victory.
Right.
And then in another, well, probably 9 years, by 1446, he had been involved in something like 14 more campaigns where he subdued all the nations around him. So, but it says here that according to this timeline, at 1425, at age 55 is when he died.
Right. 1425, and they have there was a mummy in his tomb. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to match this up with Moses. Moses is 80 years old before God calls him to at the burning bush to go to Egypt. So it doesn't sound like Tutmos III could have been the
well, a couple of points I'd make. Number one, and this is something we need to remember. You ask 3 Egyptologists about specific timelines and dates, you'll get 3 completely different opinions.
Yeah.
The history of Egypt, the reign dates of kings are debated back and forth constantly. Another is the Bible doesn't explicitly say that Pharaoh died with his army. So it could possibly be that he survived. I know don't go by Pixar for your history, but in the cartoon version of the movie, they have Ramses, the wrong Pharaoh altogether, cast out on the beach, crying, screaming, Moses, right at the end, but,
yeah, my guess is that he didn't die.
Yeah. But the other one is there are several, there's the high chronology and the low chronology, depending on, because they anchor it on the occurrence of an eclipse, and I forget exactly when the date of the eclipse was, and whether the observation was made from Lower Egypt or Upper Egypt, and they produce a difference of 25 years.
Okay. According to this chronology that I'm getting here, in National Geographic, there isn't any mention of Egypt going downhill before his death.
There is a difference between Thutmose III and his son Amenhotep II. Thutmose III, being the Napoleon of Egypt, conquered much territory.
Right.
Amenhotep has campaigns, but he doesn't conquer territory. He gets slaves, and that's really kind of a fascinating little tidbit. I've read several archaeologists that, and this seems to be a really popular opinion right now, that Amenhotep II was actually the god of the pharaoh of the Exodus.
Well, I'm just wondering about that, because there's no mention of things going downhill for Tutmose.
Yeah, and a couple of reasons why. Thutmose III was the firstborn son. He was the only son of his father. And according to the plague, the 10th plague, firstborns died. He didn't die in the 10th plague. Amenhotep was not the firstborn. He was the second. In fact, there's a stele between the legs of the Sphinx that says that the god Ra said that I could become Pharaoh even though I wasn't the firstborn.
Well, I just wish that the Bible would have
named
given us some dates.
Yes, because when you look at the book of Judges and the books of Kings and so forth, especially the book of Kings and Chronicles, they name pharaohs. Pharaoh Necho of Egypt, and we can find inscriptions of Pharaoh Necho. We knew who he was and where he campaigned. He fought the Battle of Carchemish with Nebuchadnezzar. But at this time, and this is, you have to remember, it's hundreds of years before, the practice was just to say Pharaoh and not name him.
Well,
Yeah.
and Moses
Which was-
is the one that's writing the books.
Yeah. So when you study archaeology, there's oftentimes more questions than answers, and trying to fit precisely can be really problematic. One thing we are absolutely sure of, about the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, and 18th dynasties, there was a vast Semitic population in and around Avaris, which is the land of Goshen, which is later called Ramses. And that population disappeared instantly, just almost overnight. Right about the time of Amenhotep, Amenhotep II. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's problematic. But God had worked things out so things would work out in the favor of the Jews, as you see. Before, Pharaoh wouldn't let him go, wouldn't let him go, wouldn't let him go. And you notice the request changed. Give us 3 days to go out into the wilderness and worship. Okay, you can take your men, but not your women, not your animals. No, we're going to take our men and our animals.